My name is Matt, aka RoadJedi88. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comments, questions suggested down below. This will be Ultimate Doom. Going into episode Inferno, episode 3, mission 3, Pandemonium. Right off the bat, we have a pinky right in front of us. So we're gonna shoot him. Now, we have 3 different paths in front of us. When we come out of this doorway where we start off at, to the right, there's already another pinky who's gonna see us. There's gonna be 2 imps right up ahead who's gonna see us. They're not the only ones up there, but they are the only ones that right now are triggered to us. There's a couple more imps up there, but they are sight triggered, not sound triggered. And to our right, we have more imps. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to shoot all 3 of them. 2 of them are up in the window full of skulls. Kind of feels like something out of Wolfenstein almost. Or suggestive of Wolfenstein. Now I'm going to come back out here. Now I'm going to take the path to the left. There's going to be a Cockademon, Spectre, Imps. And I'm kind of rationing between my different weaponry. Trying to balance out my ammunition. And once I have kind of the first lineup of guys done, I'm going to go up the middle section, take out the last 2 imps that were not triggered by the beginning of all that. We got 2 pinkies on either going up both stair steps. They might run up and get hung up wherever they're up at the top of the stair steps, or they might run down for us like this one did. This skull switch lowers the pillar behind us holding the shotgun. I'm going to give it a minute to lower. While it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and run up the stair steps to the left of that switch. And I'm going to take the lift that's on the back side here. Grab some ammunition. And then hit the skull switch to bring the lift down so I can go back up it. I'm going to run across. And right over here is another little drop section. I'm trying to remember if it counts as a secret or not, but we will take it in a minute, just not yet. I want to grab that shotgun that was lowered on that pillar. And I'm going to come up here. There's a lost soul, a pinky, or that's that pinky that was triggered by us. He just wasn't coming for us right away. We basically had to come to him. So I took the 2 out. There's a Spectre up here. He can be easy to miss with the graphics, so careful. And then I'm going to jump down back behind this path. Grab the blue skull key. When we do the speed run, we basically just want to go directly to that spot for the skull key, so we can go straight to our exit from there. But that's for a speed run purpose. We'll get to that in a little bit. And then I'm going to come back out to the starting point, and now I'm going to go down the path to the left. And I'm going to take out the pinkies and the imps that are in this back room here. The pinkies are in the middle section. There is also a Baron of Hell further back behind all this. I'm working my way to them. Yes, I'm still doing this based on my old editing approach. But I'm trying to also get the Doom pushed out if I can. And I'm going to take out this Baron of Hell. And come up here to this section. Actually, I'm going to go back to the start of the level now. Sorry about that. Saw that flag and my wife was actually getting on the console. Not a problem though, but I still got to run the speed run after I run this. But anyways, I ran back up to those stair steps that took us down in that path I said not to jump down yet. Jump down it now. We're going to grab our first BFG, Bioforce Gun 9000, also nicknamed as the Big Effing Gun. Alright. before I explain how we use it, we're gonna run down these steps. There is a God mode orb. The green orb is a God mode orb. If you go to my introduction video of the Doom games, I do introduce this as one of the items. This is the first time we're picking that up. And so I used a BFG on that imp. Why? Okay, before I get into that. So the BFG is the biggest, baddest weapon, firearm you could have in this game. As you saw, it filled the whole screen up when I blasted on that imp. And I'll explain why I did it on just that imp alone. But, here in a minute. But, okay. So when you shoot the BFG, you need this, keep everyone that you're shooting this for in your screen, in your HUD screen. If you look away after firing it, it probably will not have the same firing effect that you're hoping for. You gotta keep the enemies all in your view screen in order for the blast to be effective. It can take out up to, I wanna say anywhere between 20 to 25 enemies at most. If it doesn't kill them all, it can at least help lower their health. And it depends, really in Doom 2, when you're dealing with bigger demons, like the Incubus and the Revenants, characters that will be introduced in Doom 2, it may not kill them right off the bat, but it can lower their health. When you're dealing with like imps and zombies and lost souls, cocodemons, you should be able to take out about up to 20 to 25, all within one shot range. But you have to keep them in your HUD screen. Otherwise, it will not have that same effect. Now, why did I waste a BFG blast on one measly imp? I'm also helping with achievements, right? And that's the cheat section. Achievements. Alright. There was an achievement for Overkill. Kill only one single enemy with a BFG 9000 blast. So that was the achievement. That's also why I haven't been using BFG in my rage rooms up until now. Now that we've done that, I might just run it in the rage rooms. Who knows? I might go Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It doesn't really matter. Rage room is rage room. It's its own separate entity that I kind of have of my own. That I share with y'all. But anyways, I want to come up here. For one of those walls, you have to, the wall to the right, you have to go up to it for that to lower. For the wall to the left, with the two pinkies, you have to go up in that little step to lower it. The blue skull key goes back here with a room full of imps. We're going to take them all out. This is where our exit is. But somehow we still have some more enemies to kill. We're going to come down here and take the door to the left. So yeah, I wasn't just ignoring it when I came down this hall. I just wasn't in a hurry to run down it. But we're going to come down here. There's imps, Baron of Hells. Well, at least one Baron of Hell, and there should be a lost soul. So I'm going to work my way down this path, this little hall. Steps and halls. And there's the Baron of Hell. Now, this is too tight of a hall spacing to be running a rocket launcher. And I would advise not going too overboard with wasting BFG ammo, because they really are useful for big demons as well as massive hordes of enemies. And if you don't always know what you're going to run up against, it's kind of best to savor the plasma for that very reason alone. So I'm going to continue down this path. As we come up to this hall that's circling us back to the beginning of the level, I'm actually going to sneak off to the left here, this hidden section, and to the left, there's a bunch of lost souls. Going further back, there's going to be more lost souls. Well, there's a couple pinkies right here. But there's going to be, behind them, there's going to be more lost souls and a cocodemon. Now, a horde room situation, yeah, okay, run a BFG if you want. Plasma rifle's just as effective. Rocket too, as long as they're not getting all up in your face. There's a berserk pack, that's an item count. And there's some rockets in here. I'm going to use the Fist Fury on this imp. Pummel him into the pit. And hit the switch to lower the pit with the 2 pinkies. Grab the 3 armor items. And so now I'm gonna run back out to the front. And when I was playing this, I had the volume low. At the end of the hall to the right there was a specter. I'm looking for my last kill. Well, I was trying not to disturb my wife, so I had the volume low. So when I ran past it, I did not hear it. And it's gonna be a specter. Again, they can blend in with the background graphics. So I'm looking around for this thing. Not even hearing it because my volume was low. I'm hearing it now that I'm doing the commentary. But, yeah, I totally ran past them looking for this invisible demon. But, yeah, if you hadn't gotten him, that would have been your last kill right there at the end of the hall, right before the room with where the imps were up in the window. That's where that last specter should be. Me, on the other hand, I'm running around looking for this thing. And I lost a little video clip there, but and see, while I can hear them now, when I was playing the game, I had the volume low, and I did not hear them at all. I was looking for a solid colored enemy. Anyways, I'll run into him in a second. It's crazy how he managed to make his own way up to where he does by himself. Without, I might have been a source of alluring to him, but considering where I do finally run into him, it's crazy how much these guys can really shuffle in the map. Sometimes they're like code restricted where they can cross and not cross, and then there's rounds where they can go anywhere on the map. It doesn't even seem to matter. There he is, right in my face. Take him out. Now I'm going to the exit. Now, as I pointed out, once we get to the exit, the next phase is going to be speedrun. We have to run to get the blue skull key and then run straight to our exit. And we have 1 minute 30 seconds. When we do it on speedrun, I've been doing it on ultra violence. If you are trying to do it in sequential order, which means you're not going to any bonus levels at all, if you're doing it in sequential order for that achievement purpose, I already ran for the sequential speedrun. The speedrun in sequential order already with the first episode. That's already done. If you're wanting to follow for that. But if you're wanting to see what speedrun looks like on ultra violence in the other episodes, I've been running them. The cheat codes, if you have the keyboard approach for the keyboards for God mode, it's IDDQD. IDDQD. If you're needing weaponry on the keyboard cheat code approach, it's going to be IDKFA. IDKFA. If you're on a console that is spoon feeding you the cheat codes, then it should already be preset as God mode or give me everything. But going into speedrun, we have to do it in a part time of 1 minute and 30 seconds. So now we're gonna save in the next mission, House of Pain, and I'm gonna load into Pandemonium for speedrun. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go straight ahead. We're gonna pass the pinky. We're gonna go up the stair steps to the right and to the back end where we found the blue skull key before. Now we're gonna run back up here. We're gonna take the lift up to the center, to the middle section of this area. And we're gonna go up and we're gonna go to the back side of this other set of stair steps, and we're gonna run out into this next room over. BFG can be just as effective if you did the IDKFA cheat code or if you picked up the BFG in that little secret section. But we're gonna run to the blue skull key door and run through these imps and hit the exit. That was For the part time of 1 minute and 30 seconds, I did that in 47 seconds. Had I ran the BFG, I probably could have ran that a little bit quicker. So, next is what I like to call Rage Room. I'm going to go ahead and save this next speedrun objective in the House of Pain, but then I want to exit in-game and I want to load the level individually itself, just to try not to screw myself over, and I got turned around for a second there. Go to level select, you go to episode Inferno, Pandemonium. You can do this on nightmare mode if you want to try to go for 1000% kill, because they just keep respawning. But I want to go to ultra violence difficulty, and what I like to do with what I call Rage Room, it was something as a kid I used to do, just kind of screw around. It is not for points. It is not for a time crunch. It's not taken seriously. It's just kind of a screw around. If you just kind of have that twisted entertainment of destroying demons, there's an opportunity for that. As you saw, I also put in the cheat code for no clipping. If you are on a platform, on a release version the codes are spoon-fed to you, you're not going to have that access to this cheat code. Only the players who have the keyboard cheat codes approach are going to be able to have access to that. But, okay, so Rage Room. Basically what I do is I go through the house of whatever map, and I wake everybody up. I don't even bother trying to kill anyone unless they're just absolutely in my way. If you have the no clipping, you kind of don't have to worry about it. You can just run right through them. But I wake everybody up in the house, and then I go back to the start of the level, and then I join in on the rage. By that point, everyone should be awake. They've probably been in-house fighting with each other, but most importantly, they've shuffled around the map. And at that point, I will join in on the rage. What started off for me as a kid, being just kind of twisted amusement of going after demons like this, eventually, actually, after I retired from my service and have had to deal with veterans PTSD, it is also kind of an outlet for me to vent out, to let loose pent up energy. If I don't have access to my sobriety sponsor or anything like that, I can resort to this as kind of a momentary. It's probably not the healthiest of therapeutic approaches, but it is an outlet. It keeps me out of jail and it keeps me on this side of the ground. Sometimes my wife and I will go over to the Halo game and have a birthday party with the birthday grunts, if you know what I mean. For those who are familiar with Halo, you know what I mean. But for me, this is something I used to resort to as a kid, even before I ever had PTSD. It's just kind of a screw around. It's not meant to be taken seriously. So basically, just run through the house, wake everybody up, go back to the start of the level. They're all shuffled. They've been in-house fighting, but you can join in on the rage. Now, I will probably end up including God mode, or not God, the BFG usage. Now that we've gotten that achievement. Oh, IDBEHOLDL is for the light amplification. I accidentally flipped that on by accident a moment ago, but I'm showing you the code in case you go into a dark area and you want it lit up a little bit more. It's like your night vision in a sense. But yeah, this is not meant to be taken seriously. This can be done on almost any map. There are some maps it's just not worth doing it on, but if you really like, if you're kind of like an adrenaline junkie, just kind of like that thrill, that excitement, that chaos, this is something you can do in Doom. The cheat codes practically provide this opportunity to be able to make it possible. So you can go with BFG, or hey, I'm a Texan. I'm gonna go Texas Chainsaw Massacre on these in hell on these demons. So here we go. There are other cheat codes you can look up. Of course, if you're on like, I can't remember the Xbox or the PlayStation both have. I want to say they didn't have the keyboard approach, so your codes are probably being spoon-fed to you. If you're on the computer or the Switch, you do get the keyboard approach to the cheat codes. I would think Xbox would have it too, but I know I played certain release versions where they did not have the keyboard approach, and basically they just spoon-fed you the cheat codes, which means you're not going to get the no clipping. They left that one out for some reason, but there are other cheat codes. You can get the keyboard cheat codes too. If you look up online, like in the Doom Wiki or something like that. I'm trying to think of word, or Doom Fandom, Wiki Fandom, something like that. You can Google it up. There's a whole list of cheat codes. But I'm basically just kind of sharing the basics, the ones that are probably going to be most preferred to be utilized. So, if you absolutely wanted to, you can try to go for a perfect 100% again if you want. I've been known to do it myself. But like I said, this is not meant to be taken serious. It's not meant for a time crunch or a serious score. It's just a screw around. But I mean, if you absolutely wanted to go for a perfect score, or if you're doing this on nightmare mode and see if you can get yourself 1000% kill, then, you know, shoot, have at it. But, and that's the thing, if you did this on nightmare mode, the demons respawn after you kill them. They keep coming back, so you could go up for like a 1000% kill if you really wanted to. Nothing about what I call Rage Room is meant to be taken serious. It's just an opportunity to screw around, I don't know, let off some twisted entertainment or pent up energy. You know, there's someone that's in recovery or need, you know, kind of struggling with anger management therapy and don't have like a actual punching bag. Hey, these demons are a nerd's punching bag right here. This is a gamer's punching bag right here. Whatever your purpose for wanting to do Rage Room, it really doesn't even matter. It could be even just for personal entertainment, whatever. But nothing about this is meant to be taken serious. Well, we got the 100% kills, or what, the 100% on the Ultraviolence campaign run through. We got the speed run. And as I traditionally do, as I've been doing traditionally, I'm showing what Rage Room would look like on this map. So, and don't forget, we also got the BFG achievement now too. We also picked up that achievement for anyone who's following the achievement guides. And we're one level closer to having the Ultimate Doom achievement completed as well. So yeah, I mean, I got 100% kills here. If you were doing Nightmare mode, you'd probably be looking like way higher than 100%. I wasn't really hardcore focused on the items or secrets, but there's nothing that says if you didn't want to, you couldn't. You know, you can still go, you know, do the same thing you would do in, you know, the Ultraviolent campaign, the main campaign run of the game, in the Rage Room as well. You could have done the same there. Nothing about about Rage Room was meant to be taken serious. It's whatever you wanted to do with it, you know. So that is Pandemonium for 100% ultra-violence, speedrun, the BFG achievement, and rage room approach sample, and yeah, that's Doom episode of Inferno mission Pandemonium. We'll be going into House of Pain next for mission 5. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comments, questions suggested down below, and thank you for following.